Welcome back to Dad Deals. If you remember, I did post a video reviewing the Segway Navimow I-Series robotic lawnmower about 2 months ago, and I just wanted to give you an update to my experience. Segway actually reached out to me and just let me know that this mower is going to go for an all-time low price this upcoming Prime Day. Again, that starts July 8th. So I thought this would be a good time just to give you an update of how it's been doing on my lawn. And if you remember from my first video, I was super impressed with this thing. I did have some questions about the longevity of it, and I think I can finally answer a lot of those questions. So if you're still on the fence on one of these things, or you wanted to wait it out and see what more of the long-range reviews thought, definitely stay tuned to this video. I'll share with you all my thoughts and opinions on it and let you know how it's been doing. So I originally got this mower around May, and that was really the beginning of the lawn mowing season, the grass growing season. So I had really only used my traditional mower one time, and then I received this unit. And I let you know in that last video that I had yet to get out my traditional riding mower. And this thing had been my only mower that I had used up to that point. And I can let you know today that that is still the case. We are now coming up into July, and I have still yet to use any other mower except this one on my lawn. And I've got to tell you, my lawn has never looked better. And I think that's honestly been one of the most surprising things about this that actually surprised me. When I originally got this thing, I sort of assumed that the convenience was going to come at a cost of maybe not doing as good of a job mowing the lawn as a traditional mower would. But that has been the furthest thing from the truth. So any professional lawn care person is going to tell you that the biggest things you can do to improve your lawn is to mow more frequently. And they oftentimes recommend mowing 2 to 3 times a week. So that way you're just nicking off less than a third of the grass blade. They'll also tell you to rotate your cutting pattern, so don't just go back and forth the same direction every single time. And then finally, they'll tell you it's a good idea, especially when the summer heat comes, like we're experiencing right now, to not mow during that extreme heat, to instead mow in the evening time or early morning time. So let me tell you, as a father of 4, a lot of those are just non-starters and things that I'm never going to be able to do. I'm lucky if I can mow once a week, and when that grass starts growing, I am for sure probably taking off over half of the blade at a time. It's also hard for me to mow in the early morning or the evening time, and the traditional mower is extremely loud. I have a Craftsman riding mower, so I don't think my neighbors would be too happy with me either. So back to this robotic mower, that's going to take care of all of that for you. Since this thing is autonomous and can run any time of the day, you could run this thing every day if you wanted to. I've run it about every 2 or 3 days. So I've pretty much been able to keep my lawn at the same height this entire time, which is perfect. And I think it's really contributed to my lawn being probably healthier than it's ever been. And again, this thing is whisper quiet. So I run this thing overnight a lot. You can start it at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning if you wanted to. You could run this at any time, whatever the optimal time for your area to run it is. And then lastly, this thing will alternate mowing patterns. So if it mows it up and down, it'll automatically switch to horizontal and then diagonal. So it's automatically doing those different patterns for you. And it doesn't just go everywhere. It actually does create nice straight lines if that's important to you. So yeah, that was pretty much the shocker for me, is that I knew this thing was going to be convenient, but I really wasn't expecting it to actually improve my lawn health in the ways that it has. But outside of just improving my lawn health, this thing has saved me so much time. I feel like I have my weekends back, which has really been amazing. It's more time with the kids, less stress of when I get home. It's one less chore that I have to do. And that's especially nice as we get into this summer heat. But let me show you some of the things that I couldn't show you in the last video, or maybe some improvements that I've made with it. So one of those things is that mine did come with the garage. That's just the covering over the charging station. I do really think that that's an important thing to get. I don't think it'd be a good idea to put this in the direct sunlight. Now, I have seen people make their own covers if you're not going to go ahead and buy the garage, but I think you're going to want something to cover this, or if you can put it underneath a deck or something like that, that would be nice. One other thing is the GPS receiver kind of fits on this pole, and I kind of found that it wasn't very sightly. You do have to actually run a wire to it to the mower, so it's a little bit difficult to maybe find a good space. But I did find a 3D printable mount, and I was able to hang it on top of this gazebo, and I just love the way that looks. It actually improves the signal being a little bit higher up, and it's just a lot neater in my opinion. I was also able to snake the charging cable underneath my deck, so you don't see any cables around, which is really nice. And since the last video, we actually did give this a name. You should name all of your robotic appliances in your house. And we actually call this Mo. And let me tell you, Mo is the talk of the neighborhood. Every time this comes up, it always gets attention from the neighbors. They're always amazed to watch it. My kids love watching it. And everyone is just pretty much amazed at how well of a job this does. So another experience I've had is I've actually had this thing get stuck in a pretty bad rainstorm. So we had a hard thunderstorm come about halfway through this was done mowing, and it was actually able to pick up that it was raining and make its way back to the charging station without any issue. I think that's where that traction control system comes in handy. This thing has yet to get stuck, which has amazed me as well. I've never had to go rescue this thing. It has never not completed a mow, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, I just couldn't be happier with this mower. I have had to change the blades one time. It will tell you in the app when to change those blades, and it's super easy to do. You just flip it over, and it's just basically a few kind of looks like X-Acto knife blades that you just have to unscrew and screw the new ones in, and then just throw the old ones out. They're pretty cheap, so no sharpening blades or anything like that. You can just replace them easily. But yeah, I'm not going to get too much into the setup of this device. You can go check out my previous video if you want to see that. But it's super easy, no boundary wires. You kind of drive it around like a remote control car. You can set up different no-go zones, even set different heights for different areas. So there's a ton of customizing you can do. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you were someone that was skeptical, and even I was at first, I really didn't know how this was going to do through the mowing season. I hope this update video was helpful to you, and it's going to be a great price coming up here on Prime Day. So as always, please use the links in the description below. It just helps my channel grow. Give the video a like if you find it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys next time on Dad Deals.